Hello and welcome back to more coverage of patch 7.21 Cosmic Exploration items with me, Meoni. Today we're looking at two new Facewear items that you can unlock, which unlock varied colours for two new items. We've got the Tinted sunglasses and the reading glasses. The reading glasses are the easier of the two to get because you can go over to this particular vendor here, the credit exchange, and spend your white currency that you get from doing your stellar missions, 6,000 of them, to get this Faces We Wear reading glasses. This is something you can sell on the market board, so if you wanted to invest your points and sell these later when obviously the content becomes less active, when the combat field instance comes out, that would be a good idea. And the other variety, the shaded ones, are from your spinning of a wheel. As you can see here, the tinted sunglasses are on the musical note there of that spinning wheel, but that's how you would get those as well. But those are also something you can sell on the market board if you wanted to. Let's look at the reading glasses first then, and we'll have some previews. I'm even going to use a Fantasia to make sure we can look on a character with normal ears as well. But yes, the first thing you will notice, these are items that previously existed as glasses in the game, as headwear, that are now thankfully coming over into Facewear. There we are, we've Fantasia'd to a higher there to give you a better example of how they actually fit on your character's ears. The reading glasses then are thin lenses with this metallic structure, quite nice detailing on the arms there. I quite like them. They're probably not as stunning as the tinted sunglasses or many of the other pieces of Facewear we've got in the game, but sometimes subtlety is everything when it comes to adding final details to a glamour, and having the option to have different colors is really nice. Before we had Facewear, we had to rely on whatever color something was if it was headwear, and not always was the case that we could change the color of it. So I personally like the Facewear slot. I think it's a fantastic addition, and they're starting to bring out some nice items. I will say the colors on this aren't very metallic. They kind of look a bit plasticky, which is a reflection of what that material of the arm and the bridge is supposed to be, I guess. It doesn't really shout out a metallic sort of color, so if you want that subtle sort of pitted plasticky color, then these are definitely for you. The brass, however, does have that slight reflection. It will match with some headgear and some chest pieces, things like that, but you're probably going to get more out of something with a dull sort of texture on it, like a flat texture on whatever you pair it with. Let's look at the second set then. These are the shaded or tinted sunglasses, and we're back on the high ear here. The default color comes in with these dark brown tinted lenses with this sort of metallic silver as your arms and bridge. And if we move over to the next color, which is actually silver, surprisingly we get this beautiful light blue on the lens and silver on the actual frames. For gold, we have a gold themed frame as well as a sort of gold themed tint. For black, we get a black tint on the lens and black arms and obviously the bridge. For white, we get this almost impossible to see sort of slightly tinted lens, and for grey we have that kind of plasticky feel come back, but with a dark lens. For red, we have this kind of rose tint to the glasses, as well as a brass sort of bit of metal. For blue, these are really lovely, actually. They look really good with a variety of different glamours. Same with a green as well. These are nice, vibrant colors. There's plenty of lens to keep yourself attracted to that part of a character. It fills out, you know, that extra detail if you're going for something that's a small hat. But I think purple is probably my favorite out the lot. That is a beautiful shade of purple and a nice silver frame. And then finally, we've also got brown as well. Unlike some of the other Facewear, nothing is special about this particular brown. Sometimes they use the brown option to add a little bit of like sort of like a turtle sort of, you know, a sort of herringbone pattern, sometimes different kind of patterns. It is just brown. But yeah, the blue ones look amazing, especially there's just an example with some blue armor there. You can imagine all of the things that you could match that to. And red looks just great as well. Nice big chunky glasses, and if you don't want to get the cat eye eyeglasses, then these are a really good option, especially if you can get them cheap. and the purple ones are exceptional. They look really good though, and obviously on a character that doesn't have normal ears, you're going to have to tuck them behind your hair, which isn't too difficult. Thankfully, there's lots of hairstyles that cover up where your ears would be on everybody else that's not a high ear. Anyway, I'm a massive fan of these, always hoping to see more Facewear, and if you've got these yet, let me know. And if you're wanting to get any of them, let me know which ones you're trying to get from your your spinning wheel, or if you're trying to get your mounts or something like that. The RNG on these things is pretty awful, and I wish you the best of luck. Much love, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.